when you're using the iPad for the Osmos, these are the apps. So the first time you're using them, they're going to ask you to start them up. So we're going to say get started. And we're not going to do an account, we're going to choose skip. And we're not going to do an account, again, we're going to say maybe later. And then that will load up. You'll put your iPad into the base. In the base, you just set it right there. And then it says to put this reflector onto the iPad. So there is a mirror there. The mirror is gonna be close to you. Do not get your fingerprints on there. You'll slide it right over the top where the camera is, and it recognizes it. So that's the coding obby. This game will go with these pieces here. With your run, your jump, your numbers for how far, your repeat. There are different ones in there. Your run button right here. You'll just tap play. And he will start the game. If you need to start over because somebody played on it before, for example, this one is not the beginning of the game, you'll tap your settings in the corner, and down here it says reset progress, and reset. And then it takes you to the very beginning of the game. So if you are starting for the first time on that iPad, you'll want to see this first, and then you'll know you're starting your own new game. Another game you might choose is Coding Duo. Coding Duo will use these same pieces that Coding with Obby used. In addition to what's in this bag, we have the little Obby and Mo pieces right here. So I'm gonna take those out in just a moment. But first time using it, we'll choose Get Started. Again, we will skip. We will choose Maybe Later. And then if it started, so playing Coding Obby is where you would start. But if you don't want to do that, that was this set, Coding with Obby. You can go to Dismiss and play Coding Duo. It is a bit harder than Coding with Obby. So I would recommend playing Coding with Obby first because you will use all these pieces plus these pieces. Inside that pouch, you have more options. You have tangrams, numbers, and words to play. And those are on here as well. So the tangrams will have the shapes. Everything is on Osmo, so it's by the same company. Same thing with tangrams. If it's not starting at the beginning, you'll want to choose to begin. So we'll get started. We will skip. We will choose Maybe Later. And we can choose Play for the older kids. If that is too difficult, you can do Junior. It's a little bit easier. So depending on what your ability is. I would highly recommend starting with easy.
Choose a level to start your journey.
And what you do is you try to make the pieces on the table underneath the mirror, and if they're close enough, oh, I have to put another piece. They'll give you a hint too if you're not doing it well. You don't have to follow their hint. There, but it won't recognize it until you have two pieces. When I just had one, it didn't recognize it. As soon as I put the second piece, it recognized it, but it's telling me to move it down. So I have space to build the rest of my shapes. And if you are correct, it lights up. And if you're incorrect, it doesn't light up. And you'll keep going until you finish it. And if it doesn't fit, you have to slide it down. And this one's a bird. It's a swan. And then it will take you on to the next level, and that is how you play tangrams. The next game I'll show you is words. It's right here. Hi, you can see me in the reflection. Inside this words box, while that's loading, are these tiles. You have the choice of the blue tiles, and then there's also the red tiles. They're lowercase on one side, uppercase on the other. They all fit in the box, so put them away carefully. And then we have to give permission, so continue. Okay. Yes, I have my letter tiles. You can choose play. There's a red versus blue, Zen, solo. I would highly recommend starting solo junior. And because we're playing independently, you'll probably do adventure with the Osmo characters or solo junior. And then you have to look at that and decide what is that. Now, this one's easy. Guess this word. So I have to quickly find my letters. Uh-oh. Okay, put my letter down. I was correct. If I get my other letters too close, it saw my other letters, so you can see it marked me wrong. Okay, what do we have here, and what are they doing? Oh, monkeys. So I'm gonna look for my M and put it on the table. So this is junior. So if the other words are too hard, you could try this. If this level is too easy, then you can switch it up. I'm gonna go back to there. I'm gonna go back home, play. Let's try adventure and see what this one's like. How old are you? So you can see that it's going to be a little bit more difficult now because they're gonna know your age. What is your birthday month? You can pick whatever yours is if it asks. And then play. Here's Aula, she's gonna play. So you wanna beat her? That's how you have to go fast on your letters. So clear the play area, put your words down. Oh, I think it's gonna be pizza, so I'm gonna look for my letters. This time I have to spell the whole thing. So I'm looking through my letters. I might have been smart if I laid them out first. There's an A. What do I need still? Oh, a Z and a Z, and I got it. That's what it's called, numbers. It's a little bit of a math game. And inside this box, you have the numbers like the side of a dice, or you have the written numbers. So again, you can choose if you're doing dots or numbers. Under here, you could go to the main menu to do play. There's also reset. There's also unlock all levels. There's a how to play. So you can choose. And you go to number 1. Again, they start easy. So this one's counting. I have to make 5, so there's a 1. I was using the wrong one, so that would pop that one. Okay, now I can add it up. 1, 2, 3 to pop the 3. And then I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that will pop the 5. Ooh, I popped all of them.